Well, thanks for joining us today, and welcome, ladies. Thanks for joining the panel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These beautiful women represent all 4 types in the energy profiling system. And I've been wanting to do this series that we're launching with this video for several years now, because in my observation of how people use energy profiling, it's really important you interpret it correctly to get the highest success with the assessment tools. And one of the assessment tools is looking at your natural gifts, your tendencies and behaviors. And so I've noticed with people's feedback, they'll say, well, I get ideas, or I'm good at details, or I make to-do lists, or I like to perfect things. And so they look at this primary gift that is a very natural offering for each of the 4 types. And because they say they have some quality of that, they think, oh, that's my type. So we're going to launch this series by first looking at the natural gift of ideas that is expressed with type 1 energy. And then we're going to follow with 3 more videos looking at the natural gifts of the other types, so that you can really interpret this correctly and understand what I'm teaching, and from their personal experience, what this really looks like in day-to-day practice to what that natural gift is. So you'll say, well, yeah, everybody gets ideas. Yet, do they have it as their priority, the primary gift experience? And you're going to see in this video that no, we experience ideas true to our nature, and the natural gift of ideas and possibility start with type 1 energy, which is your gift, Marcy,
Yes.
as a type 1. Was that a big aha for you?
It was
I didn't know. This just seemed to happen.
exactly
all the time.
I just took it for granted, and I took it for granted when I was a child that everyone would love to hear my ideas and endless stories. And I learned from very polite but firm adults that we need to, kind of your ideas that you want to share so readily can be monitored and perhaps a little more structured in how you deliver them and share them as a child.
Which again, the misunderstanding of your parents to just be able to meet you with the validation of an idea can be idea for the sake of idea, just to go, what a lovely idea.
Exactly, and that did not happen as I was.
Because that's what I teach parents in the child whispering world, that you can just validate the expression of an idea and then help nurture the behavioral training to how they can then be discerning about which ideas to follow through on. But you can have, as you know, do you have more ideas than you execute?
As a type 1, that's one of the things that I have known about myself, but it was wonderful to see it and hear it articulated in this program, and to know that it is a gift, and to really understand how that process works in my life. And for me, when ideas come to me, they're very free-flowing. I have ideas all the time.
You stream ideas.
I stream ideas, but I stream them visually. When an idea pops in my head, I literally can see for that moment how that idea might look. It's not detailed.
It's an image.
It's an image, and it actually is an image. I don't see it in words or with a description. I just see that image of what that idea might be.
So it really presents as a possibility.
It does. It's a possibility because it's going to need something to get it there, but it definitely...
It's like a snapshot.
Yeah, that's cool. I bet that's very typical for type 1 process.
Very typical.
That is cool.
So Deborah, you're a type 4 energy, and so as you've now really put a lot of deep thought into this, what is your experience with ideas?
Well, what I found for my experience is that I have to understand what the final result needs to look like. I need to have a picture of what we're trying to resolve or accomplish. And once I have an idea of what that final image is supposed to look like, then the ideas start to flow. Then they come in. Then I'm inspired. I'm inspired by the final result. I might not have all the details. I might not have all the information.
Well, I would say it's beyond a result. It's more of the bigger picture outcome.
Yes.
Which is the idea is a means to an end, and the end is where you start.
Yes, absolutely. And then, like I said, then the ideas start to flow. I can't start with an idea. Or I shouldn't say I can't, but I...
It'd be like, what's the point of the idea? What's the purpose of the idea? So that every idea you have is a means to a bigger purpose, a bigger outcome, a framework of...
And then everything else falls into place.
Yeah, because I want to distinguish the difference between the result, because results a very specific outcome, and there could be multiple results in that bigger picture reference you're talking about.
Right, absolutely.
So those ideas then are a secondary process for you.
Right.
Yeah.
With that gift of perfecting, though, do you find that you can easily toss ideas away if you can't see that it's going to come to
Yes.
a perfected ending?
Yes.
Then you can dismiss that and move on
I can
until you
discern
find.
through it all. Yeah,
That's very interesting.
absolutely.
Every
That's
idea
true.
you have is like your friend.
Exactly.
It's like
I can't cold and
Yeah.
calculating in a cold and calculating way just say it's not there. I mean, it just is.
yeah,
It's just
Right.
there in my life.
Yeah, and I can weed them out. I can keep the ones that are going to work and easily see the ones that aren't going to work. So
That's very interesting.
You know, as a type 2, I can get ideas as well, but it's not like Marcy, and I'm not apt to share them. I think maybe because I'm not as confident in sharing my ideas. And I also go straight to the details on how am I going to make this happen? What are the steps involved to do that? I've also...
Well, let me point out a difference I'm just noting though.
Yeah.
She's an extrovert, outward moving energy, so her idea is going to be put out there.
that's
You're
true.
going to
Mine's
take it in
inward.
and go
Uh-huh.
inward with it. Now put more thought
Yeah.
and consideration of it. So you see it's a whole different response
Yeah.
to the idea.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hadn't thought. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I just got that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
that's very cool.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I've also noticed that I can't be spontaneous with my ideas.
Yeah.
My husband, who's a type 1, he's very spontaneous, and he has an idea and he says, Michelle, let's go do this. And I'll say, I haven't had time to think about that.
You literally
that's
get a nervousness to
Yes,
think you can move
uh-huh.
into it. And I recognize that your emotional response is,
Uh-huh.
there's a little anxiety that comes
Yeah.
up to move that quickly.
Because I haven't had time to process it in my brain.
Right.
Haven't had that time.
Right.
Well, and can I just add, since this is the type 1 world here, I'm learning a lot here from these ladies because I understand better just hearing you explain that, why I could readily share an idea with you, and then I'm off to another idea, but you take that idea and you're now processing the details. You're investing in it.
Yes.
You're investing some kind of an energy
Uh-huh.
to see how that could really work. And when I come back and I'm no longer interested, or I never bring it up again, or I don't really value what you've put into it, that's something to really understand
Yeah.
in connecting with people
Yeah.
about what an idea might trigger in them, and to make sure I'm respectful of that. And at least get your opinion later or something, you know?
It's like, I put all this, and yours is more a feeling based, where yours is very thought based,
Yeah.
mental, where it is more emotional for you. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Yours is how do I think? What do I think about this? Yours is how do I feel about this?
Yeah.
Which is very different.
Yeah,
maybe-
I can think about it, but it's more about... You're
But
right,
there's a
it's more about the
process
feeling.
from an emotional
Uh-huh.
perspective.
For sure.
Yeah.
And maybe as a type 1 recognizing to say, hey, if that idea is not for you, no problem. We can talk about it later or not. Let me know.
Yeah.
You know, just approaching.
Well, and one
that.
little trick is to
I'm loving
for
this, by the way, Carol.
type 4 for type 4 people, you say, what do you think of this idea?
Yes.
For type 2 people,
How do you feel?
how do you feel about this idea?
Yes.
Yes.
That even that differentiation is really
Yes.
big. 'Cause
That's
it honors
huge.
their nature.
That
And
is
children, that's a
huge.
big one for
That
your
is
children.
huge.
Yes.
Okay, in our world, for our type 3
Our world, well, it is about getting the results. I
Yeah.
want to be able to step back.
We'll start with what result do we want?
Yeah, well, what result do we want? And I love to step back and see what I've done. Like if I've painted a room, I cannot
Right.
wait. The most
How
satisfying
that idea
part,
became that result.
Yes, exactly. Is standing back and saying, "Okay, it looks good. I did a good job. Well
Yeah.
done." You know.
So it's interesting. You'll get the satisfaction on the front end with the idea, that sense of fulfillment, because it's a really, the idea creates a lightness, an openness, an opportunity. Ours is in
At the end, it's
the
finishing
you know,
it, getting
yeah,
it done.
The manifestation
Yeah.
of it, to where we do step back and go, that's really cool. Look
Good.
at that. Yeah.
It's very true.
So
though.
again, our ideas are meant to affect something.
Yep.
Well, and you
They're to
mentioned
serve something. So see how ideas are all secondary and they're priority for you. That you lead with that experience first. It's a primary, it initiates with idea.
Well, and you mentioned to the type 4 world that you look at the big picture, but there could be many results within that big picture. And as I'm seeing just the body language here with Anna Kay, she can, all those results she can immediately hone in on and get them all going at once.
Yeah.
Which is such a gift because
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm gone before
Well,
that
it all
happens.
serves a different function.
And I can give you results.
It does.
Like
That's
you
why
want results, or I can give you results.
And-
Which one do you want?
energy profiling supports a holistic system, meaning we need the whole of us,
Yes.
all of us
Yeah.
together. So I've decided we should run for president as a group
Yes.
because we figured it out.
Can we have an online caucus and take votes?
Let's do it.
I think we
Let's
need
do
to.
it. Here, look at the wisdom coming off this body of women.
I love it.
Or we should be an advisory board if nothing
Please,
else.
at the minimum.
I think this is great.
I do too. So stay tuned. We're going to look at details because I hear that one a lot. Oh, details are, I hear type 3 women that have mistyped themselves as type 2 saying, yeah, details are important to me. And I think, oh, you have no idea what a detail looks like in the world of a type 2. So we are moving into your world with our next video. Thanks for watching.